Hey guys, Mike here, and I wanted to share something that has worked for me for over 40 years. I don't suggest that you use these treatments. As a matter of fact, I'll just share it right now. I am not a licensed vet. I don't know what the heck I'm doing most of the time in these dogs. All that I can share is something that has worked for me. So you use this information as you wish. So summer is rapidly approaching, guys. Summer is the season for mosquitoes, and mosquitoes transfer heartworms. And our dogs must be treated with heartworm prevention, or they will get heartworms. That turns into a very nasty situation for the dogs, leading to death if not treated. If treated, it's very expensive and it's very grueling and painful for our pets. What is the solution? Prevention versus intervention. Okay, this is what I used, and I save hundreds of dollars a year in doing this. Again, I don't recommend you do this. I'm just sharing what I do. I am not a math whiz. However, I do have a calculator handy, and these are things that I do know about heartworm prevention for our dogs. I do know that the average cost for HeartGuard, shall we say, is $10 a month for a 50-pound dog. That's how much an average monthly treatment is for a 50-pound dog. $10. I also know that ivermectin, which is the active ingredient in HeartGuard, is about 35 cents for the same treatment. Did you hear me? I said 35 red pennies versus $10. Now, your choice, but for me, what has worked for the past 40 years is I either run down to the feed store or I jump on Amazon. I get a 50 cc bottle of ivermectin, and it costs about $35. Okay. And that 50 cc bottle will treat 5,000 pounds of bulldog. The recommended dosage for ivermectin is 1 cc per 100 pounds. Again, I have a calculator handy to help me figure out how much I would treat a 50-pound dog. If 1 cc is for 100 pounds, a 50-pound dog would require a half a cc. A 25-pound dog would require 0.25 cc's, 1/4 of a cc. A 200-pound dog would require 2 cc's. How often do we treat with ivermectin? When I say we, I mean me, because I would never recommend you do this. It's the same as HeartGuard. I treat once a month, the first of the month, with ivermectin, which is the active ingredient in HeartGuard. I'm saving 30x per every dog that I treat. That's a whole lot of money for one dog. It's tons of money annually for, say, 10 dogs. It's costing me 35 cents per dog if it's a 50-pound dog, as opposed to a $10 bill if it's a 50-pound dog and I'm using something like, let's say, HeartGuard. So, once upon a time, in a land far, far away, somebody asked me, how do you get the ivermectin from this bottle into said 50-pound dog? I'm glad that they asked that question. The secret, guys, is a syringe with a needle in it. And you take the syringe and you stick it into the bottle, and then you draw the liquid out of the bottle, and you carefully measure 0.5 cc's for that particular 50-pound dog, because remember, 1 cc per 100 pounds is the dosage for ivermectin once a month. So once I get the 0.5 cc's, I have two ways of getting this ivermectin that is now in this syringe into the dog. You can either inject it in the muscle, or you can take the needle off, open the dog's mouth, and squirt it in. So there you have it, guys. That's how I spend 35 cents a month for heartworm prevention instead of $10. I hope this is helpful.